Welcome to Seattle. It's week 5 here in the Carolina Panthers franchise. The Panthers at 3-1 face one of 3 remaining undefeated teams, the defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. The Panthers are coming off their first loss on the season as they enter 3-1. Last week the Panthers lost 25-35 in a game where the Panthers turned the ball over 5 times and missed many opportunities as the offense did not play very well, and neither did the defense. We need to clean up last week's mistakes as the Panthers face the defending champs here in week 5. Steven Hauschka approaches, and here we go from CenturyLink. Kick sails 6 yards deep, and here comes Carlton Sanders between the hash marks and brought down ahead of the 20-yard line. Special teams have not provided that spark this season as the Panthers begin at their own 17-yard line. A man in motion to start the day. It's Carlton Sanders on a sweep, and he keeps this inside as he's able to get around 2 or 3. This is our second straight game with no Lance Adams as Carlton Sanders and Donovan Ashley will pick up the slack. The offensive line needs to improve after their poor performance last week. On defense, the Seahawks have not changed much of their personnel. They found a working formula, they plugged players into those spots, and they've kept them under contract. It's a very familiar defense for those that have followed this team, and they're still strong as ever. 3rd down and 7, back to pass is Cam. Good protection, and Sherman knocks it away from Kelvin Benjamin. It's a Panther 3-and-out to begin the day. The Panthers gave up 112 yards last week to Tyrus Hawkins. I'll be watching number 24. Passing on 1st down, and Wilson hooks up with Brian Hartline, a good 17-yard completion to begin their offensive day. At the 35, and now here's beast mode through an open lane that closed quickly as Malik Carpenter makes a very good tackle after a gain of 6. 2 receivers left, now a screen. Wilson hit on his feet and now goes down. It's Coney Ely. Another sack where he's the second guy there. Forced into a 3rd and 14, 4 wide for the Seahawks. Wilson hit, dumped off and incomplete. Marshawn Lynch could not hang on. It was Thomas Davis with the hit. On the Seahawks' first possession, a 56-yard field goal try. Wind-aided kick is up and through as Hauschka boots one from long range. 3-0 Seahawks here in the first quarter. Troy Knox is also out today. He will miss the next 7 weeks for Carolina as Stewart gets the carry, fighting through a tackle, and is out to the 19-yard line after a gain of 4. Sanders and Benjamin are the wideouts. Blitz up the middle. Cam goes down. It's Earl Thomas. He came right up the middle untouched. That forces a 3rd and long. Michael Ivory next to Cam out of the shotgun. Panthers need 14. It's a screen. Ivory on the catch. Racing outside. Gets some help from Dorsey, and he picks up the 1st down. A gain of 15 to the rookie from Yale. 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Good protection on this snap as Cam lobs and connects. It's caught by Kelvin Benjamin across the 40. Call that a gain of 16. 42-yard line as Ivory gets the carry from Cam Newton and can't get to the outside. Thomas is there, as was KJ Wright. 2nd and long. Olsen lined up in the slot and Cam throws his way. Stiff arm on Sherman and then wrapped up following a gain of around 7. Trips left on 3rd and 5. 4-man rush. Cam under pressure. He goes down. And blanket coverage downfield as well. Another great stand for the Seattle defense. Michael Bennett goes all the way around Delonte Moore, the rookie right tackle. And the Seahawks are off to a great start on D. 5:13 to go in the first as Marshawn Lynch won't go anywhere on this carry. Kuechly and Short on the stop. Pistol set on 2nd down. Lynch again. This time with some running room. He's met at the 40-yard line and brought down there, setting up 3rd and short. Percy Harvin in the slot as Lynch carries on 3rd down, fights through a tackle, continues fighting forward, and Lynch has the 1st down. Once again, Lynch up the middle, but Kuechly is right there, and he makes the tackle for a loss. 2nd and long. Shotgun snap to Wilson. Looking to take off. He's hit once and wrapped up. Sacked by Star Latulele. 3rd and long, Seattle. Defense is playing well here early on. Now a screen called as the Panthers have it covered up. Wilson takes off and he only picks up about a yard or 2. The Panthers stop Seattle. Cam Newton lines up in the I formation here in the first quarter. Handoff, and Stewart shoved back, and he's wrapped up near the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of maybe 1. Panthers not getting much on the ground. Newton back to pass this time. His pass is caught by Greg Olsen, and there's a big hit from Bobby Wagner. 3rd and 3, everybody in tight. Pressure up the middle. Cam is hit. Pass nearly picked up. It's incomplete. Seattle stops us once again. Nothing doing for our offense so far as we're into the second quarter. Lynch carries up the middle, and he's so tough to bring down. He reaches the 47. Shotgun snap, handoff, it's Lynch. Trying to get the outside, breaks one tackle, has the first down, and then Melvin White finally brings him down. Fullback Derek Coleman in the game. Play action for Wilson, and now he'll take off, and he picks up a first down as he slides ahead of Trey Boston. First down in field goal range. 11 minutes to go in the second as Lynch runs through Johnson's tackle and then is finished off by Luke Kuechly for a loss of 3. Now out of the shotgun, once again Lynch on the carry through an open lane as he picks up a first down. Very inconsistent run defense from the Panthers here in the first half. It's been all beast mode here in the first half as Lynch with the spin move continues to fight. He's still not down, and he got another first down. 1st and goal Seahawks. Clean pocket, Wilson throws, that's caught at the 5-yard line by Brian Hartline and out of bounds. 3rd and goal Seahawks from the 1. Wilson turns, hands off, and Marshawn Lynch is denied. Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly come up big. A goal line stand against Marshawn Lynch, and they made him lose a couple yards. 6-0 Seahawks here in the second quarter. Now the Panthers offense has not done much so far in this game, and the running game has really struggled. 2nd down and 8, another blitz, and Cam's hit again. Pass goes right into the dirt, it's incomplete. 3rd down and 8, 3 receivers on the field. Cam throws, and a one-handed catch will keep the drive alive. Excellent job there by Greg Olsen. We need big plays like that with the offense struggling. Hand off to Stewart, again trying the inside, and there's just nowhere to go. Donovan Ashley slot right on 2nd down. Time for Cam, he throws Ashley's way, he makes the catch. At midfield, a first down for Ashley as he's driven out of bounds by Earl Thomas. 4 minutes and change to go in the first half. Quick throw again, Ashley on the catch. With room, trying to make defenders miss, he can't, but still gets a nice 19-yard catch and run. Stewart next to Cam, gets the carry on 2nd down. Trying to break to the outside, hit, and out of bounds as Averill comes in a little bit late, but no flag thrown. At the 26, 3rd and 6. Newton throws, he's got a man deep, it's caught! Touchdown, Cole Beasley! The Panthers go 5 wide, spread the field, and the Seahawks left a void in the seam as Cole Beasley gives the Panthers the lead. A nice turn of events here late in the first half as Marshawn Lynch is stuffed by K'Wan Short. Kuechly was also there. Now from the pistol, 3rd down. Wilson taking off, and a first down picked up. He stumbles across the 35. This drive will continue. 1:44 to go. Wilson short, and off the mark, incomplete for Doug Baldwin. That sets up another Seattle 3rd down. Split shotgun, Panthers rush 4. Wilson running, and there's Kuechly. He meets him and makes the tackle. Wilson does not get the first down. The Panthers call a timeout. Can they keep this momentum going? A long way to go for Carolina, beginning from their own 9. Big blitz, Cam throws in, cut by Benjamin in front of Richard Sherman. That had to be quick, and it was. Now 3rd and 2. Newton throwing once again. Doesn't like what he sees, now rolling out the pocket, and takes a shot. 1-on-1, deep and incomplete. Sherman almost makes the pick. A 1-on-1 shot down the field that wasn't a bad idea. 24 seconds left now for Seattle as Percy Harvin now makes an appearance. He has a first down to the 44. Timeout Seahawks. 1 timeout left. Not much time left as Harvin has it once again, beating Emilio Benjamin. Seahawks approaching field goal range. A 52-yard try into the wind this time, and it's off the crossbar as time expires. The Panthers hang on to their slim 7-6 lead as we reach halftime. The offense did start to get it going there towards the end, but we'll see if they can continue to get some drives going against this great Seattle defense. Two solid defenses on display here through one half. The Panthers only had one good drive in the first half, and have made enough plays on defense to prevent Seattle from scoring any touchdowns. 7-6 game as Lynch carries, and once again he's stopped by Luke Kuechly, who's playing like he should in this type of game. On 3rd and 2, Lynch gets the carry again. Madden falls forward, driving through Trey Boston. First down. Now the Seahawks spread the field. On 1st down, Wilson over the middle. Pass is hauled in by Percy Harvin. A very tough catch. Gain of 8. 22 personnel in the game as Lynch gets the carry. Power running to the outside. Gets a block and another first down to the Panther 39-yard line. 16 carries on the day for Lynch. Here's 17. Again to that right side. Lynch cuts upfield and picks up a first down, running inside the Panther 30. Lynch takes a breather. It's now Christine Michael. On the carry, slips one tackle and brought down by Thomas Davis after a solid pickup. 3rd and 1. Lynch returns. Play action. Panthers can't get pressure. Wilson remains patient and finds Ali coming back for the football at around the 5-yard line. Goal to go for Seattle. Do we have another stand in us? Passing on 1st down. It's caught by Harvin, and he's in for the touchdown. And Harvin is hurt after the hit by Sam Barrington. We brought some pressure. Wilson still got the pass outside, and Harvin does make the play, but will he return to the game? Seahawks going for 2. They want this to be a 7-point game. Swing it outside. Lynch is in. 14-7. The Seahawks are on top by a touchdown. After a long Seahawk possession to begin the 3rd quarter, Panthers open with a run, and their best on the day as Jonathan Stewart almost gains a first down. On 2nd down and short, Newton drops back. Pressure's there, and Cam goes down. 2nd sack for Brandon Mebane as Dorsey gave up the sack. Facing a 3rd and 10, Cam throws, and reaching to knock it down is Cam Chancellor, and the Panthers go 3 and out. Looks like Olsen was open, but Chancellor makes the deflection. Seahawks quickly get the ball back. Handoff, Lynch, and there's Kuechly once again. Another tackle for loss as Lynch loses 1. Out of the shotgun, Lynch again, up the middle, and this time driving through Kuechly's tackle as he reaches the Panther 44. 3rd and 1 Seahawks. Once again, Lynch on the carry, and Kuechly stops him again! Lynch cannot pick up the 1 yard needed. Another big stop by Luke Kuechly, but the Seahawks offense is staying on the field. Will they run it again? No, it's a pass. And this time they throw it to Marshawn Lynch, and he picks up the first down just barely. This drive is still alive. Offset backfield, Michael gets the carry. Kuechly's there again, but Michael fights forward around a gain of 8 or 9. On 1st and 10, 3 wide set, Lynch trying to break this outside, sheds a tackle, and then brought down by Trey Boston as the Seahawks are in the red zone. That's 106 yards on the day for Lynch. He gets the carry again. Met by Norman, and Lynch falls forward about a yard shy of the first down. Another 3rd and 1 for Seattle. Wilson will pass forward. He's got Baldwin, and he's into the end zone. The Seahawks extend their lead. 2 straight touchdown drives here in the 2nd half as we are into the 4th quarter, and the Seahawks are now up by 14 points. This offense really has to get it going to make this a game. We'll see if special teams can help us out. Hauschka boots it away into the wind. Short kick. Fielded from the 7, and Sanders returns. Angling towards the near side, finds some green, but a flag is down as Sanders reaches the 48-yard line, and this one's coming back. They're going to get rookie tight end Sylvester Sherman with a clipping penalty, and the Panthers will begin another drive inside their own 20. Newton back to pass on 1st down, and what a catch made by Greg Olsen. How did he hang on to that? Now at the 28-yard line. Pressure from his backside. Newton stays on his feet and then goes down as Michael Bennett gets there again. Big play by Michael Bennett, who is now down and appears to be injured. 2nd down and 17 yards to go. Pressure again, and Cam is thrown down. It's 3 sacks for Brandon Mebane. Another poor performance for right guard Jazario Dorsey. You can't let this happen. 3rd down and 25. All we can do is throw it deep. Cam does, and that is caught! Sanders makes the catch and hangs on. Chancellor applies the hit, but it doesn't jar the ball loose. What a play by Carlton Sanders. The best play he's probably made as a wide receiver. The drive continues at the 45. Cam throws, and this time Olsen can't hang on. That forces 3rd down. Beasley slot left. Extra blockers, Cam outside, and Sherman knocks it away from Benjamin. Excellent coverage on the comeback route. Sanders is isolated left on 4th and 10. Newton lobs one deep downfield, and Sherman knocks it away again. He's blanketed Kelvin Benjamin all day, and that forces a turnover on downs. Seahawk ball, they go back to beast mode. Cutting upfield and breaking tackles as he crosses the 30-yard line, and it's another 1st down. 25 carries on the day for Lynch, and he's not done. Big hole inside as Marshawn Lynch runs the Seahawks into the red zone. A $144 on the ground as Michael's now back in the game. And the Panthers brought a blitz, and down goes Russell Wilson. It was Thomas Davis coming through untouched. Just over 8.5 minutes to go in the game. Off the fake, Wilson fires, it's caught by Ali, and he's spun down inside the 5-yard line by Benjamin. 2 tight ends and Ali the motion man. Wilson throwing, and doesn't like what he sees. He'll just take off, and he dives in. Another touchdown for Seattle. They have not been stopped here in the 2nd half. The defending champs are now up by 21. Panthers coming out needing something big. On 1st down, check down to Stewart, and there's Wagner applying the hit as Stewart maybe got 4. On 2nd down and 5, now play fake. Cam Newton scrambling out to his right, buying time, and now lobbing deep. Pass is picked off by Byron Maxwell. Seattle has forced their first turnover of the game as the Seahawks will take it back in Panther territory. They've created the big lead here in the 2nd half, and the defense has stopped our offense on almost every occasion. Hands off, and Marshawn Lynch won't go far on this play as Seattle now focuses on taking down the clock. Wilson will pass on 3rd down, and he fires a strike to Brian Hartline that will extend the drive. 1st down at the 30. They're still going to feed the beast as Lynch carries, but there's Trey Boston. Delivers a big hit in the backfield. 3rd down and 4. They'll just run it as Marshawn Lynch will get the job done. 1st down to the 17 of Carolina. Time is winding down. Michael is the lone back. Running up the middle inside the 5 and stopped by Melvin White at the 2. Seattle trying to end this game. They hand it to Marshawn Lynch, and he fights through K1 short into the end zone. 35-7 as the Seahawks have dominated this entire 2nd half. Marshawn Lynch has ran for 163 yards, most of those coming here in the 2nd half. Taj Boyd's in the game as this one is all but over. Rolling right, he throws, it's picked off. Richard Sherman will essentially end the day for Carolina as the Seahawks remain undefeated. This was definitely a tale of 2 halves. The Panthers led 7-6 at halftime, and the Seahawks were never stopped again after that. In the 2nd half, they ran the football almost at will. Luke Kuechly did play well, but he didn't have much help in stopping Marshawn Lynch. Russell Wilson also made many plays with his legs and his arm, and the Seahawks defense, we already know how good they can be. They only allowed 1 touchdown as they shut down any attempt at a running game, and they won the game in the trenches as they had a very good day against our rookie offensive linemen. The Seahawks ran 70 plays in this game. We only ran 40, and 6 of those were Cam Newton being sacked. So 34 snaps where Cam wasn't sacked. We just could not get anything going. We could not establish many drives. It obviously hurts to not have Lance Adams, but our problems are far worse than just not having Lance Adams right now. We're not blocking well, we're not running the football, and our passing game has been very ugly. The Panthers have lost 2 games in a row. They're now 3-2, and there are still 2 games to play without Lance Adams. Next time around, the Panthers meet up for the first time this year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are in first place of the NFC South with a 4-1 record. They're getting very good play from halfback Doug Martin, receivers Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans. And unlike last year, Nick Fairley and Gerald McCoy are both healthy. We also have to deal with Michael Johnson, Levante David, Mark Barron, Alteron Werner. This is an extremely solid team, and this is not who we want to face with our 2-game losing streak and playing as poorly as we are. However, we have no other option than to try and end this losing streak and bounce back against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A lot of things have to be corrected. Can we do that in 1 week? We can't put so much pressure on our defense like we did today in the second half. On offense, we have to do a better job with our quick passing game and find a way to open up some running lanes, which will not be easy against Gerald McCoy and Nick Fairley. We have a very tough test ahead of us. We'll see if the Panthers can make the necessary improvements. Thank you guys for watching. Week 5 has thankfully come to an end after a very ugly loss against the Seattle Seahawks. The Panthers have a lot of work to do on both sides of the football if we're going to get this season back on track. Be sure to leave your feedback down in the comment section on today's game against the Seahawks and the upcoming matchup against the Buccaneers. Subscribe for much more Panthers franchise to come, and I'll see you guys next time in Week 6 against the Bucs. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day.